How's everybody doing? Just Watch Movies here. If you guys like Blu-rays, Funko Pops, movies, and free stuff, consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification down below so you don't miss a thing. The Orville is Fox's new sci-fi drama comedy show from Seth MacFarlane. He also stars in this show as well. And this is about Ed Mercer, who wants to become a captain, and he gets a chance to become a captain on the Orville, and he has to have a partner who is unfortunately his ex-wife, who had cheated on him in the very first episode. So we get in this conflict of him and his ex-wife on the ship amongst other characters. And I was really curious about this show because I really like Seth MacFarlane. I love Family Guy, American Dad, A Million Ways to Die in the West is really fun too, and Ted. So I was really curious at how he would do in this sci-fi show. And I watched every single episode, and I actually wrote a review for every single episode on hotchka.com. If you guys would like to check those out, I'll put the link down below. I thought I would review this show after it's all said and done. And this show is a little polarizing at times because I can't tell if it's going for a drama or a comedy, because he seems to blend both really well, having some character development, having some real true dialogue amongst characters. And even on different websites like IMDb and such, it's considered a drama, but he also does have those comedic moments as well. So it's hard to really classify this series. What is it? Is it a comedy or a drama? And at times, different episodes do feel like a comedy. And other times, it does feel like a drama. And that sometimes does not really work. And sometimes it does. Sometimes you get a little bit of both. Sometimes you get those really dramatic moments and some heartfelt moments with the characters, but then you get some of those really funny moments, or sometimes you just get really straight drama and it's a really boring episode and really dull, or you get some really fun episodes that really have that humor in place that really reminds you of Seth MacFarlane's take on humor, kind of like those long cutscenes and different things like that. Some of those moments are in this show. So at times I do like the dramatic moments, and sometimes I do like the comedic moments, and when they kind of work together, it definitely does work, but there is a little bit of inconsistency. When it comes to it being a drama or a comedy, I really don't know. What I also did appreciate about the Orville is definitely that some of the characters, the little lesser known characters that are kind of in the background, do get an episode that really strengthened them. There's a lot of characters in this show, a couple of characters that are from Earth with Ed Mercer, and some that are robots and bigger creatures, and you really feel like you don't know them. And then you get this episode that really just pops out of nowhere and really kind of delves deep into them to where you get to know them and really like them as a character. So there is a lot of episodes in here where you focus on one character and you really get to understand them and really enjoy them. And I'm glad that Seth MacFarlane took that time to kind of flesh out these characters. They're just not on the side of the ship and you really don't know who they are. They had that episode to really build up on them, and I really did appreciate that. For being a Thursday night, Sunday night when it first started at Fox show, I really was impressed with the makeup. And Seth MacFarlane had come out and said he really wanted to create something that was like a movie feel, a really cinematic feeling. And a lot of that is due to the fact that he has such care in building this show. There is really good makeup. Some of the characters that appear a lot in the show have to have that makeup, and it is very detailed. I was really impressed with the makeup and some of the CGI as well. It's kind of typical show CGI, not like a big movie budget, but for a show I was impressed. It didn't have that gut-busting humor, unfortunately, that I was hoping for from like Family Guy or American Dad or A Million Ways to Die in the West, or even Ted. All those things, all those Seth MacFarlane projects are really hilarious, but unfortunately here, nothing was really truly funny. There was a lot of scenes sprinkled throughout the season that I did find to be funny, but nothing was really memorable when it came to the humor. But overall, I really enjoyed the show. It started off really rocky, unfortunately. I gave it a really bad review on the very first episode, and it took a little while for me to actually enjoy it. There was some tail end episodes that really did feel a little bit dull, so there's a little inconsistency with it being kind of boring and then fun and a little boring once again. But I am curious how the second season will do, if they will introduce new characters or if they will continue the story of him in space on the Orville. But overall, I would say I enjoyed the show, and I'm going to go ahead and give the Orville a B-. Definitely not Seth MacFarlane's best work, but it did start off a little rocky, and then I found some enjoyment in it later down the road. I am curious about the second season. And I think it'll probably start sometime next year, maybe early 2019. We'll see, and I'll probably review those as well. So remember guys, if you like Blu-rays, Funko Pops, movies, free stuff, consider subscribing to my channel. Got a lot of great content coming your way, like trailer reaction, ranking videos, and best and worst lists for this year, along with disappointing and surprising lists as well. Got a lot of things planned for you this month. Can't wait for you guys to check it out. You guys are the best as always. This is Just Watch Movies, and you stay classy, YouTube.